bring you that entrepreneurial education that you really can't find out there. See, you just can't find it.
It's business school without the BS.
BS as in Bachelor of Science?
Well, that's one.
You cannot get your Bachelor of Science while listening to this show.
You can't.
It's without that. We're not going to give that to you.
But we're going to give you practical steps, action items that you can say, I can do that. I can do that. And you're telling me, guys, if I do that, it's going to be better. Yes.
Absolutely.
Verified.
Boom.
Boom.
Now, here's
it's a thing.
It's a thing. And we're moving on here right now. Thrivers, we are moving on to core task number 9. Number 9. Now, this is in honor of Tony Romo, who you mentioned. You said, hey, it's not core task number 8 can't be named after Romo. That is Troy Aikman. It's number 9, math man.
Right.
Number 9. So this is the number that Tony Romo's wearing right now. He's wearing it now. Is he ever going to play again, you think? Is he kind of going to be a full-time clipboard holder?
I don't know why people think that's such a bad deal. I mean, you pay me millions of dollars. I'll wear a baseball cap, a headset, and hold a clipboard. In fact, if I just had a clipboard, I guess I get millions of dollars here because I need a baseball cap. I got a headset on.
We just got to hook that up for you. I'll call Tony and say, Tony, you want to do a radio show?
And I'll come down and and I'll walk the sideline and cheer on the boys.
It could be the perfect switch.
Yeah.
Less injuries for him.
Because, I mean, this Box of the Rocks we already know it's a pretty safe and secure location.
Absolutely. And now we've got these new pads we're standing on here. I don't know what you call these.
Ergonomic. Well, they're what are they called?
They're safety first pads.
They're also they're for your
lumbar support.
Someone's out there going, I know the name of them.
I'm standing on a kind of a cushy pad right now that's helping me just feel better about life.
Nathan, what are these things called?
Anti-fatigue
pad. Thank you.
Anti-fatigue pad. Nice.
Nathan, our producer, he's so smart.
Now, core task number 9, a system must be in place for managing your potential risk and insurance needs. Z, why do you have to do that?
Oh, you don't. You don't have
you
can
to.
Scratch 9 off. Forget Tony Romo. You're on the bench. You're not playing. Dak's the new Tony. Well, just forget about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, then I'm going to go get a new perm.
Just forget about it. You don't need to do this. This has got to be insurance is like, it's just, I hate insurance. I hate it.
You don't need to get on insurance because what you do is when you get that the extra money that you would be spending on that insurance, you can get on out there to the state fair and you can get yourself a deep fried little whatever, and you sit down, and next thing you know, you get yourself that new perm on that mullet, and there's a lot of things you can do with that money, Z.
I know. And my insurance agent's out there right now listening to the show going, see, shut your mouth. You love insurance. They're like, no, I don't. It's the best. I look at it as a necessary evil.
But you got to have it.
You got to have it.
Is it not a little bit of a racket, though? Is it not a little bit of a racket?
Oh, it is. But it's a racket that, it's just you got to do. You got to have insurance.
You got to have it. Because, Thrivers, let me tell you what, you'd rather have a bad day than a bad life.
Oh, wow.
I'm just telling you. And insurance is just a piece of paper and a promise. But at the end of the day, you're buying peace of mind. And so the insurance guys that I love Farmers Insurance over there.
Yeah. Is that your move?
I love these guys. It's 392-4000. It's 918-392-4000 Farmers Insurance.
And why do you love them so much?
Well, one is I've actually been training their salespeople for like 9 years. And so
no
Kurt
way.
Fryer
Really?
over there. Yeah, and I work with these guys. And here's a disturbing statistic, and I don't want to get the actual, I'll just give you kind of a general stat here.
Okay.
In Oklahoma, roughly a quarter of the people on the road don't have car insurance.
Oh.
So you hit somebody.
It's the law.
Or they hit you, and they just choose not to have it.
Well, you could have uninsured motorists as an add-on to your deal.
That's right. And check it out. More Oklahoma, when the tornado came through and devastated that community and just destroyed it.
Horrible.
Unfortunately, this just in, Thrivers, a little less than a quarter of the people weren't fully insured, meaning that when their house was destroyed, they didn't have the money needed to build it back. And that's why you want to go ahead and pay a little extra for that insurance so you can have a bad day and not a bad life. These are just moves. See, these are just moves. We have more moves than a U-Haul truck. Are you feeling me?
I'm feeling you. The U-Haul. I like the U-Haul trucks because they put like a state on there, Yeah. And so it's kind of fun to go. I wonder if they got Michigan on that truck. I wonder if it actually started in Michigan or if they just put random Michigan on there. You know what I'm talking about? Is there actually a U-Haul? Is there actually people in Delaware? Because I'm behind the Delaware truck. Is that a state?
I mean, seriously, have you ever met somebody from Delaware?
No, I know nobody from Delaware, but I do know that most S Corps and C Corps are formed up in Delaware.
This just in. Now, Thrivers, this just in from our home office. I have a notable quotable for you. A notable quotable. Just ticking boxes is not the ultimate goal here. Embracing a culture of teamwork and discipline is. Atul Gawande is talking about checklists, and he's going, hey, listen, you can't just check the box and go, yep, I have insurance. Yep, I've got the risk taken care of. You've got to think about it as a kind of a team. Your insurance guy is sort of a team almost, okay? And you've got to make sure that you allow him to fully protect you so you can get out there and engage in that risk that you love called entrepreneurship. Now, this move, core task number 10. You must have a system in place for cash flow management. Z, cash flow management, because when the river runs out of water, it stops flowing, Z. And if you run out of cash flow, you end up on that dirt right there on the left coast of the river. You're out there hanging out in right there in that dirt crevasse next to the Arkansas River there by the Jinx Riverwalk right now where it's not raining enough.
Well, you know what would be a beautiful thing, Clay?
What would be a beautiful thing?
Here's the thing, you're listening out there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save this beautiful thing moment for when we come back. I'm just going to tease everybody a little bit. I've got a beautiful little super move moment that I'm going to tease you with, and kind of like your dream lover.
Oh, wow.
And when we come back, I'm going to pick it up from there, and I'm going to talk about it.
This was Mariah Carey back before she got scary.
Yes.
Back before she hooked up with Jermaine Dupri and went into that whole rap phase and started getting a little crazy and calling herself Mimi. This was back in the day when her voice was just the voice of choice. She would just say, hey, give me the mic, let me sing, I'm going to wow you. Drivers, stay tuned for Dr. Z's beautiful super move.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Hello, Thrive Nation. Welcome back to the Thrive Time Show, your audio dojo of entrepreneurial mojo. It's Tulsa's only local business radio show on Talk Radio 1170, where we join you every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you're just joining us right now, this just in. We are talking today about the accounting super moves, or the 12 core tasks of your accounting and finance team systems. If you're watching on Facebook Live right now, and I know you are, you shouldn't be watching on Facebook Live while you're driving, Z.
No, you shouldn't, technically.
You should be. You can't.
Unless you're the passenger and you're streaming it live.
Then watch that live.
On your iPad.
Hook that up to a flat screen. Watch it. Make the driver watch it too. But just don't. If you're driving, don't be watching
Eyes
it.
on the road. I 10 for 2.
Okay, no, but seriously, Z, before we left, we were talking about these accounting super moves and these moves you got to do to get ahead of your accounting. And you said you've got a beautiful move.
Cash flow. Well, I'm just telling you out there, here's the thing about it is that it would be wonderful. It would be magical. It would be a special day if everybody that came in to get your thing came in and paid you in cash that day in full, took the Bob the thing, and left.
And that's what, if you're a rapper?
No.
See, that's how it goes. If you're a rapper, everyone pays in cash all the time. It's all gold watches. Nothing to worry about, man. No need to worry about it. My accountant handles that.
But what happens is they don't. And when you start a small business, people want to come in, want to know if they can open an account.
It's just code for not pay you.
Yes, which is bill me repeatedly and chase me around the park.
I hate that.
I hate that. But people fall into it because they go, oh, they're willing to spend a lot of money with me if I just give them credit.
Yeah.
If I just extend payment plans to them. Show me the money. And so what happens, a lot of people get trapped in that. And then what happens is their cash flow suffers because they've got a lot of money that's supposed to come in. Accounts receivable, AR is high.
I got a lot of monies that are going to be coming in. See,
I'll tell you what, I'm going to make you a deal you can't refuse. You give me your thing and I'm going to come back with some money one of these days.
I'm going to come.
Just remind me over and over and over.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to set up an account with you. And then
And you send me a bill. And then eventually, one day, I may pay such bill.
So I have.
But until then, you'll know I'm happy because I got the thing.
I got my glasses, see, at the $99 special.
Yeah.
And I've come in with Luigi and Mario and Uncle San Lucy. We come in there.
I'm bringing a lot of business.
We're bringing a lot of business. And I come in there, I buy 27 spectacles for my face. And I get it all. And now you want me to pay? What is this? Disrespect?
Another thing I got roped into was this barter company. You see, here's how this deal works. You see here, here's all the companies that participate, and what's going to happen is they can all come in here and tag your stuff. I mean, get your stuff, right? They get your thing. They get all the things they want, and then what you're going to do is you're going to have credit in this barter bank of world, and anytime you want to go into one of their places and use that money, that barter money, you can do that. And it's a beautiful system.
No,
and and then I told him, I said, you know what? That sounds like a good system. I've got my own bartering company. And he looked at me and goes, excuse me? I don't know about it. I said, yeah, it's like a bartering company. It's really cool. What happens is you come into my place of business and you give me cash. And then I take that cash and I go into the businesses I want to go into and I buy stuff in there. And we barter vis-a-vis cash. Okay.
See, I have a story.
Yeah.
I have a story about this because this happened.
Okay.
I get out to a wedding.
All right.
And I get up to the wedding, and this father of the bride, he turns to me. I'll never forget. I go to collect payment, and he tells me, he says, I'm gonna go ahead and get you paid here. Give me just a second. And drivers, I'm not making this up. We did thousands of weddings. This kind of stuff would happen, not all the time, but very rare. He goes out to his truck.
Okay.
He comes back with, like, if you're watching on Facebook Live, it's a 6 foot wide table we're broadcasting from. He brings back like a 6 foot, like a pallet of batteries. Like the small, like the AAAs, double A's.
No way. Okay.
No, I swear to you.
Okay.
And he says, if you're not networking, you're not working. I go, what?
What?
And he tells me, he says he's a member of this local barter group.
Oh, yeah.
And he thought that I was too.
Oh.
So finally I'm like, frick. So he writes me a check from this barter group. So my wife and I, in lieu of having all these freaking batteries, we now have a check for this stupid. This is why I was like,
you might have showed you the batteries. I don't know. You go back and do it again, huh?
They're all like these generic off-brand. So then it's like my second year in business. We have no cash. So now my wife and I, I'm like, we're going to go and use this. So we flip through this crappy book of crappy businesses. And my wife ends up special ordering a couch from some crappy business.
Oh, yeah.
And when that couch shows up, it's the greeniest, nastiest. It's supposed to be leather. It looks like pleather.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just sick.
It's the move.
And I wanted to set that thing on fire. I hated it.
Don't fall prey to it. And listen, hold your guns. You've worked hard to make your thing. You've worked hard to provide your service. You've got a passion about it. You're doing it with excellence. Don't give it away. And when someone says they're not going to pay you today, just point them down the road that way.
I ended up using that rhymed, by the way. Very nice. I ended up using the remainder of my trade-out cash to go on a timeshare.
Oh, gosh. It just keeps getting better.
In Destin, Florida. But the application fee or whatever it was is like more than a typical house to stay at. So the whole thing was not good, drivers. Don't do that. Okay, so core task number 11. A system must be in place for tax filing and planning. I'm not going to belabor this because you and I are not accountants, but get an accountant.
Yes, I tell you what, taxes are no joke. Taxes are no joke.
No joke.
Two certainties: you're going to pay taxes, and you're going to die. And you've got to make sure you take that seriously. And you can't wait till like April 13th and wander into some dude's office with a box of receipts and go, hey, bro, I think in a couple of days I need to take care of something, bro.
I was going to see if you guys would do a last-minute taxes. I have got various receipts, various things that I've collected from over the years. An interesting George Washington coin, a limited edition. I have. You can't do that, right? You can't.
You got to make a plan. You got to plan early. Meet with the guys, and then get a. If you're waiting till April to do your taxes, you've probably missed so many opportunities for deductions and so many opportunities. Try to beat because it's a gray zone, folks. It's a gray zone.
I have about $30,000 in taxes. You say that I owe. But $27,000 could be deducted because I technically use my car for dating, and I'm doing that speed dating thing, a lot of dating. I've got a dating site I'm part of. Can I write that off, Z? Is that possible?
Yeah, I'm not a tax accountant. I don't know. But I know somebody who does. I know a guy who knows a guy,
Boom.
I know a guy who knows a guy. So take it serious, set it up, plan for it, and don't be last minute going,
okay. One more tip on this, though.
So stressful.
So many thrivers out there are going to get their taxes done by a guy.
Dude.
You know a guy, and he says, well, I know a guy. And he says, is he an accountant? Well, he's a guy. I mean, he's helped me out for years. It's like you go in there, pretty soon you get your numbers, and you come out, and you're like, boom, you feel free.
Yeah.
And you're like, is he a mystic? Is he a yoga instructor? I'm going to tell you what. No questions. He might not be certified the way they want you to be, but he will get you with the tax numbers that you want.
There you go.
Thrivers, you got to be careful.
You got to be careful because it's no joke. And when you go from a W-2, W-4 employee It's some W.
Yeah, you got the W-2s. You got that, or you go to 1099. The contractors. There's different rules, laws.
Right, but when you go from being they take out all your they take out everything out of your check automatically, and they do all that for you, and then you just kind of follow a simple form.